Hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hi. If you're a returner subscriber, hey my love. And again, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and join our lovely family because we have more exciting videos to upload and watch together. So yeah guys, as you can see by the title of the video that we are doing an informative video, all things promotions, right? So yeah, but before we get to that, can you take a little 2 minutes to admire the art on my face? Cause girl, get out of here. Look at this. Girl, get out of here. So my face was done by Infinite Beauty Artistry today, and she needed a face model, so I built myself. And also, I just wanted to showcase her work because I really like it. It's UK Betty makeup, basically. Like, no one can convince me. This is UK Betty makeup. And listen, the only thing I did was to touch up my lips because, yeah, I've done it, like, I did it earlier on, so it's been quite a while. But yeah, guys. So if you wanna book her, please do check her out. Please do check her out on my Instagram. Oh my gosh, I'm coming. Okay, guys. Sorry for that. I'm back. So yeah, if you do wanna check out her thingy, her work, and all the other places she has done, and the prices, I will add the link below. And yeah, guys, but I'm sold. This is like the third time she does my face, so is it the third or fourth? I'm not sure, but I love her work. So yeah, anyways guys, let's get into the business of the day. In today's video, we're talking all things promotions. What are promotions? Promotions are, it's an initiative. Is it an initiative? It's an act, it's an activity of promoting a certain brand, a new flavor. So let's say for instance, which new flavor just came out? Let's say Chappies has a new flavor for bubblegum, right? Then you're gonna promote the flavor. You want a lot of people to test it out, to taste and give you feedback. You want a lot of people to buy it, pushing sales, you know. So in promotions, it's basically you giving more awareness of the new flavor or even the existing one and pushing sales for the actual brand and the company or the place you're working at. So yeah, so it's a part-time job, not always a full-time job, because you don't promote every day, right? And also imagine talking about the same thing every single day, and that's not fun. But like, yeah, that's what promotions are, in case you did not know. And I do that. I've done a couple of brands. I've done, from the top of my head, I've done SAB brands, which means like Castle Light, Brutal Fruit, Blake Willable, Castle Lager. I've done Shield. I've done JAM clothing. I've done also Heavenly. I've done Avon. I've done quite a lot. Hey, I've done quite a lot. I will probably add here on the thingy below some of the brands I've worked with so you guys can see. I've done Maybelline New York, but that was like back in the days. I'm not happy with the pictures now. Like, I can't really use them, but like, yeah. So that's what promotions are, and those are the brands I've worked with. So let's start with the two types. There's the physical one where you go to the store and promote physically, and there's one online. I have recently started doing online promotions because I'm just an Instagram hun, you know. I'm just an Instagram hun, and I do like that. Most people call it influencing. It is actually influencing because then you are influencing people online. Then in store, you still are. Yeah, whatever. So with the online ones, if you are interested, please do check out brand advisor. Please do check out Beauty Bulletin. Please do check out Ruby Box, Influencer PR, Styling Concepts, and yeah, those are the little companies I know from the top of my head. and they help you. But please do start with beauty bulletin and brand advisor, because they take in a lot of people. They take in micro influencers, which are people with less than 10k followers, from 1k followers to 10k followers. So you stand a very high chance, even if you have 1k followers, of getting the job. So pretty much you don't get paid for those. You don't get paid for those with beauty bulletin and brand advisor. You just sign up on their wall, and you sign up on their wall, and then they will send you an email when there's a product to promote, and you will sign up, answering a couple of questions. Have you used the product? Do you know how it works? Are you allergic to something? And then if you meet all the requirements for that specific project, you do get feedback from them, and they'll be like, okay, it's fine, we're gonna send you something, and then please do post for us. They tell you exactly how many posts they want. So it could be 3. It's most of the times it's an unboxing, and then it's an unboxing of the product, and then first use, and then a review of the product. So that means it's like 3 times. But if you really like, it could be 2, and you don't get paid for that. You just creating content to post on your wall, and you take the specific accounts they want you to tag, and people interact, so you get to build, what can I say, you get to build your wall. If you want to be an influencer, you get to build your wall. You get to have a lot of brands you've worked with on your wall for later purposes, where you start approaching certain brands. So that's beauty bulletin and brand advisor. And then styling concept, influencer PR, those are the ones that pay you. So for me, I haven't received any project from them, because I don't think I still do meet their I don't think I meet their requirements as yet, but I am following them and I am checking them out. So I'm hoping one day I will get their things. But if you do have, I think, 10k followers, you might stand a chance, because I'm on 7.4. So maybe one day when I'm on 10k, I'll, yeah. So that's that. And okay, that's the online part of promotions. I don't have much to say about it, because I recently started it this year in July, so I really don't have much to say. So yeah, okay, so now we're gonna talk about the physical promotions, where you go to the store and physically promote and get people to engage with you. With that kind of work, you don't need to be a shy person, or at least if you are shy, you need to be able to pick yourself up. You need to be able to put on your big girl panties and talk to people, because you gonna talk to people. You have to know how to you have to, and you need to be a kind person. You need to be friendly. You can't have an attitude and stuff, because you know how people are, they're gonna report you. So you don't want that, right? You really do not want that. So I believe that if you want to do that part, just fix your attitude if you have a very bad attitude. And yeah, but you just need to be a friendly person, because you're gonna deal with a lot of people. And yeah, so the first thing we're gonna talk about is the dress code. How you need to look. You need to wear appropriate clothes, guys. Call something up. Yeah, you need to wear appropriate clothes. You need to wear blue jeans or black jeans. Actually, you need to own. If you're gonna do physical promotions, these are the clothes you need to own. You need to have blue jeans and black jeans. You need to have a plain white t-shirt and a plain black t-shirt. And with the jeans, they don't need to be torn. They can't be torn. Yeah, you can't wear torn jeans. You can wear mom jeans or boyfriend jeans, but preferably skinny jeans. And tops, plain white and plain black with no stripes. Yeah, well, it needs to be this. It needs to be short sleeve or long sleeve. The only reason is because striped t-shirts can show your cleavage, and you don't want to feel a bit uncomfortable, because you work with a lot of people, and most of the times it's men, so you don't want to feel uncomfortable and out of place. But yeah, that's why they always emphasize on short sleeves like this. Oh my gosh, short sleeves like this one. You see, yeah, and closed up like this so that your cleavage is not showing. Not really, but try and avoid crop tops, because especially if you know you are curvilicious and stuff, men can be really disgusting. So just try to wear a long t-shirt and not crop tops. But some other companies, they don't mind crop tops, so yeah. But most of the times the problem, the biggest issue is the cleavage. Please do not show anything, because you know how men are. Unfortunately, this is South Africa, and we all know how South African men are. And that's the dress code, right? And you need to have white sneakers or black sneakers, or black and white sneakers. But yeah, black or white sneakers. You need to have black or white heels. Do not buy high heels. Do not go to Steve Madden now and buy the heels you've always wanted, because now you're going to do promotions. My sister, you're gonna be standing for long hours, so you can't be wearing long heels. You need to wear, yeah, well, those Mr. Price heels that they saw, the 180. Those are the girls you need to get for work. Yeah, even though you don't like them, I'm also not a huge fan of some of the heels from Mr. Price, but you need those for work. And yeah, black techies and white sneakers. What else when it comes to dress code? That's that. If we're really pushing it, you can try and get a black dress and a white dress, but in most cases we're wearing jeans, you know. Dresses, if you do have to wear a dress, they offer you the dress. They do, because some companies or some promotions have dress codes, you know, like a Tanqueray dress. When you're doing Tanqueray, you have a Tanqueray dress. When you're doing Gardens, you have a Gardens dress. When you're doing Black Crown, yeah, Black Crown has dresses. When you're doing Black Crown, you have a Black Crown dress, you know. So you don't really need to have a black or a white dress, but you can, to be on the safe side, have those two. And then let's go into the hair. Your hair needs to be neat. I think we all know that from school. Your hair needs to be neat. If you're gonna have an install, try to have the most neat install ever. You can't be having hair bands with bows and stuff. Just as simple as possible. A ribbon, fine, because I can you tie your hair, but try and not have a lot of hair accessories. We don't need that. It needs to be very neat. And then makeup, unfortunately, makeup is kind of compulsory, because it's how you look most of the times for the brand. The person that's gonna give off the information about the specific brand, the one that's gonna be selling, the one that's gonna be needs to look the part. You can't be giving out brutal fruit with a bare face. Some companies don't mind, but in most cases they emphasize on makeup. So, and a very very simple beat, I will insert a picture here. A very very simple beat with lip gloss or red lipstick, but always have red lipstick. Most companies require red lipstick. Always have red lipstick in your bag, so that in case they say, can you please put on red lipstick, at least you have your girl with, you know. So yeah, and it just needs to be neat. You don't need to have lashes, but brows, foundation, lipstick, maybe mascara, eyeshadow if you want to, but yeah. And then you don't need to have to put on long earrings. They need to be very neat. So what I currently have on my face is just too much, but if you wanna, why not? But you don't have to go pay for a makeup artist for work. Nah, bruh. So that's the makeup part, and that's the hair. I'm gonna really rush into the things because I wanna keep this video as short as possible. So yeah, okay. Next thing is time and transport. So at the most you could work for 12 hours, but when you're working for 12 hours, that's when there's a huge event. That's when you would work for 12 hours. But generally you work for an hour to 4 hours at the most. And yeah, and you're gonna be wearing heels or you're wearing techies. But I know if you're working for 12 hours, you're definitely gonna be wearing sneakers, because you can't have heels on for 12 hours. That does not make sense. But that's how long you could work. And for the job, let's say you are booked to work today, right? You need to arrive an hour before. So if you are booked for 5, you need to arrive at 4. The reason you're arriving at 4 is because, one, you need to make sure that what you're gonna promote is in the store. You know the price of the product you're gonna promote, you know where to get it, and you just know everything about the store, the whereabouts about the store regarding the product. Because people can arrive and be like, oh, do you have 300 mils? And you don't know, because when you arrived 2 minutes before the starting thingy, before the activation starts, so you don't know anything. So you need to arrive in time for that. Also, sometimes you might get there and the table for you is not set. There's always a table. If there isn't, then there isn't, but most of the times, 90% of the times, there's always a table with a tablecloth of the brand you're working with, some of the goodies, free hampers, because they say, like, when a person buys 3, give them a cap and all that. So that's why you have a table to put those on, to put those things on the table. And what else? But you would sometimes when you get there, the table is not yet set, so that's why you need to arrive an hour before, so you have enough time to set the table. Or if it is already set, you might not like the setup, so you have to now fix it again. Because remember, when you go to work, your boss is not there most of the 100%. Like, oh my gosh, trust me, most of the times your boss is not there. The only person that's there is the person that works at the store, and they're not your boss. They're just there to guide you, or rather help you with whatever you need. So you need to take pictures. Okay, you need to take pictures. You need to take pictures of the store outside to show the boss that you're here. So that means that's how they get to know if you were there an hour before. Because when you arrive at 4, you need to take a picture of the store outside. You need to take a picture of the table you've set. You need to take a picture of yourself in front of the table. You need to take a picture of the club, so they see what kind of area you're working at, what to expect. Because if you're working at a club, then they know, okay, more sales. If you're working at a tavern, less sales. Our uncles don't like buying things. If you're working at a big store like Macro, more sales. So you need to take pictures of that. That's why you have to arrive an hour before, because you have a lot to do. You have a lot to do, and you cannot afford to do that in 20, you can't do that in 20 minutes. Trust me, you can't. So that's why you have to arrive at 4 p.m. This one time we arrived obviously at 4, but the dresses did not fit us, so we had a whole hour to decide. So now imagine if you arrive 5 minutes before the activation starts. I'm sorry guys, I'm receiving a call. So yeah, it is quite important to arrive in time so that you can prepare for whatever you might come across, right? And that's the time. Okay, and then transportation. Most companies do not offer transport, but there is one that I'm working for that offers transport. I am going to give you guys a list of the companies at the description below. Also, I will tell you guys about a few of them and my experience with some of them. I hope that doesn't ruin my chances with some of the other ones coming, but yeah. So some companies do not offer transport. Most of them don't. So if you're gonna do this, please do figure out a way of how you're gonna get there, because some can really be at awkward hours. You can start at 9 until midnight, and you are not forced to do it. In a group chat, you guys could be 30. The lady's gonna say, guys, we have an activation at Bloemfontein from 9 to 12 on the 23rd of November. Who's available? Do not say you are available when you know you're not. Do not say you are available when you don't have any mode of transport, and now when the day comes, now you can't go and you're canceling, because now you're gonna inconvenience everybody. They have to find a new person. That new person has to now quickly get ready to go fill in for you. It's not nice, guys. It's not nice for the owner of the company and the other person, because I feel like nobody would want to get ready in an hour to go work within an hour. Yes, you're gonna get paid, but you also want to and you could find that there was somebody who was really willing to do this job, but you took it without knowing how you're gonna get there, or anything like that, and now you're canceling last minute. Please, if you know you're a dishonest person, if you know you're not a loyal person, if you know you're not a reliable person, please do not even start with these jobs. Because one thing I've realized is that a lot of girls are very unreliable, and they're doing promotions, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm sorry guys, but like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't tell me an hour before somebody could text you, hi girl, are you available now? And you're like, yeah, why? She's like, oh, I have to work for Albany at Engine, I can't go, so please. Bitch, why? So guys, please, no, if you know you're that kind of person, do not do that. So with the transportation issue, please know how you're gonna get there and how you're gonna come back. Do not take promotions late at night if you know you don't have means of, getting yourself reliable transport. So some companies do offer. So yeah, and then I have explained what you do at the job. So you get there, right? You take pictures. You get there an hour before. You take pictures of everything. You show the manager that you're here, blah blah blah. Everything sorted out. Your table is fine. You've changed. You look pretty. You're wearing your heels. Fine. You wait for the time. Let's say 5 p.m. And then when it starts, you're gonna have a mechanic. You're gonna have a mechanic or an aim. Let's put it like that. But it's normally called a mechanic. So they would say, if a person buys 3 brutal fruits, you give them 2 free. If a person buys 6, you give them a bag. If a person buys this, you give them that. So as people walk in, you tell them that, and you tell them that as soon as you're done buying it, come to me. And then they're gonna come to you and you're gonna take a picture with them. You need to have pictures with each and every customer, even if it means you're gonna have 90 pictures. That's fine, so that you have enough evidence to show that you were working. Because remember, your boss is not with you. Most of the bosses are in Joburg, because we all know that Joburg is one of the most busiest cities in the country. So most of your bosses are in Joburg. They're not going to be in Bloem to check if you're working. So you need to have all that evidence, because you can't be working for 2 hours and you only have 2 pictures. So when you want to tell me that in 2 hours you only spoke to 2 people, no. Try and have enough pictures. In most cases, you guys work like need to, yabo, in groups of 2. So while you interacting with somebody, she will take you a picture, the other promoter will take you a picture, or vice versa, or if not, if you are alone, you can ask one of the security guards or one of the workers, go say, every now and then when the person buys something, please take me a picture. But do tell them in the group chat that I'm alone, so obviously I'm gonna struggle taking pictures. Please do not give me a hard time or anything like that in regards to pictures. And that's basically what you do. You're selling the brand. But you need to keep in mind how many people you spoke to. You don't need to count, but roughly be observant, be observant. Be able to say, I think I spoke to about 30 people, and how many people bought. For the ones that bought, you will have pictures, definitely, because again, they're gonna leave by the door, so you're gonna take a picture with them, so you will know exactly how many people bought, how many people you interacted with, how many people were in the store. Sometimes they do ask you the male to female ratio in the store to see Gucci was the brand that we were promoting, like the store we're promoting at, is it mostly people that go there are males. And so that means next time when we're promoting a brand that males would like the most, we would promote it at that store and not somewhere else. You get it? So it's basically like a survey of some sort for the company. They're not trying to check if you're working. Yeah, they do, but like, it's not a thing of want to see if you're working or not. So don't lie. Be honest, so that they know now if the store that they chose is good for brittle fruit, or is it good for Castle Lager, or is it good for Black Label, all of that. So that's pretty much what you do at the job. You work exactly from 5 to 7. Let's say it's 2 hours to 7, exactly at 7, guys. You can't leave earlier than that. Some people do try and do that, but I do not advise you to do that, because sometimes, especially when you're doing SAB, we have SAB in Bloemfontein. If you're doing an SAB brand, your boss is not there, but there's a rep. There's a sales rep from SAB that's gonna come and check, and you're not gonna know they're from SAB because they were in private uniform, they were in private clothes. So they're just gonna come like any other customer. So imagine they get there at 6:30 and you already left. Do you see that? It's giving you a bad image. So I don't think you would want that for yourself. So yeah, that's what you do at the job. And then the next point is payment. Guys, promotions have money, if I may say. It's the quickest way to make extra cash because you get paid per hour. You can get paid as little as 50 rands to the highest amount I've been paid per hour is 170. Right, yeah. So, but I always opt for 100 rands per hour and more. 50 rands is very ridiculous unless I'm working for 2 hours. Oh, sorry. But that's like 100 rands. I don't know. Unless I'm working for a brand I really want to work for and I want to post and have it on my wall, then sometimes I do like, do it. But I only know one company that pays 50 rands per hour, and I never really got to work for the lady because her and I were just not seeing eye to eye. I did not like how she did things. So yeah, but for every other company I've worked for, the least amount they've paid me, it's 100 rands per hour. So if you're working for 4 hours, that's gonna be 400. If you're working for 5 hours, 500. At the most it is 170, and you can do the math. So yeah, and payments, you can be paid from 15 days, 30 days, 45 days. It really depends. I oh my gosh, this word. I suggest and I rather advise you to ask. On the day you say, I'm available to do this promotion, ask her, when should I expect the payment? Within 30 days or 45 days, or on the day when you come back? But I feel like prepare yourself for 45 days. It could be 45 days because sometimes let's say you're working on the 16th of November and the company pays on the 15th of November. That means you're going to be paid in the next coming month. That means you're going to be paid on the 15th of December. That's already 30 days. Get it? And for you. But let's say you're working on the 30th of November. You're going to be paid on the 15th of December. That's like 15 days later. So it really depends on the date that you're working at. But do be prepared to be paid 45 days later. And don't be afraid to ask. Ask, when am I getting paid? What's the hold up with the payments? Because some companies do take time to pay you back, and I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. What's the hold up on their side? So you will have to go ask them, when am I getting paid? Can I please have my money? Blah 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 blah. But I don't know a company that has never paid someone, but it is possible. I've been paid for all the jobs I've done. Some I've waited for quite some time, some I did not have to wait. But yeah, so you just need to have, I don't know what, the patience. Yeah, you need to have patience for the payment procedure. But yeah, so basically it's 100 rands to 170 per hour and 10. Yeah, and also if you feel like what you're gonna do is a lot of work and the payment is just not, tell them. Be open. You need to be very much vocal. You need to tell them that I don't like this. I don't understand, why do I have to carry boxes and stuff to the thingy? Because this other company, this one time, she pays, she pays 50 rands per hour. Next thing, she gives you the table and the stock and everything to go to the venue. So when you check, you're gonna use a meter cab, not a taxi. You're gonna use a meter cab, which is like 100 rands, but only for you to go get 250. You can't use 100 rands to go fetch 250. It doesn't make sense. And that's 100 rands to go to the store and coming back. That's 200. So basically, when you made 50 rands for the day. So you need to check those kind of things. Yes, you can say I'm available, then look at the other things afterwards and then decide, okay, fine. But if at that point you see what you're not gonna do it, tell her immediately so she can find somebody else. So yeah, and what else? Misconceptions about promotions. Most people say that you're with promotions, you're gonna do bottle service. No, bottle services and promotions are two completely different things. Bottle service is bottle service. You give bottles at the club, like with the sparkles and stuff. That's bottle service. And I do feel like they have their own rules and stuff. I have never done that before, so I don't know. Oh no, I'm kidding, I've done it before. Yes, and I've done it before, but we never actually got to work at that event because there wasn't enough alcohol and stuff. That's a story for another day. But I have had that job before, but that was just for one event. I never got to actually do the job, so I don't know much about it. So bottle service, it's completely different from promotions. You don't have to do bottle service, and they will tell you if you're gonna do bottle service. Ask them. If you're not comfortable, tell them. There's other girls in the group chat that will be able to do it. And then the other thing is that in promotions, you date your bosses, blah 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 blah. I believe that we're all old, and okay, let me start here. Most promotion companies require you to be 21 years and above because because they believe that when you're 21 years, you are old enough to make a wise decision. You know what you're doing. So when you dating your boss is honestly on you. Unless it's forcing you, then that's something else. You can open a case and all that. But if you are not forced, honestly, that's on you. It has nothing to do with us. Nobody's gonna put a gun on your neck, on your head, and say, when you're not gonna get paid if you're not dating me. If that's the case, then go open a case. If that's what happens, then just go to the police and open a case. But it's never like that. And in promotions, they don't have a thing of you can't date your employee and stuff. Like I told you, it's a part-time job. It's just activations, nothing hectic. You can work for this company once and go work for the other one a million times. They really don't care about your personal relationships in the business as long as you're doing your job. So that's why when it comes to relationships, it's quite tricky, because honestly, it has nothing to do with the company, unless one of the company holders does something to you and you did not give consent. Then I guess the company would have to be involved. But other than that, if you guys are just purely dating, and you agree to it, the company has nothing to say and do about it. So yeah. And then what's the other thing? What's the other misconception about promotions? I don't know. Let me think, guys. It's the dating and the bottle service girl. Oh, and the body restriction about like your body size and stuff. What I've realized is that now they're very much inclusive. At some point they weren't, but they're very much inclusive, because I mean, if you're wearing a t-shirt and jeans, you don't really need to have a certain body structure. But most of the times when we're wearing dresses, they do have a certain size restriction, and sometimes they do say, please be a size 32 or 34 at the most, because I mean the dresses are already made. So if you're at 38 and you want to work, but the dresses are 32, it's not going to fit you. So do not take offense when they tell you that you can't work. It's because you're not going to fit in the dresses. It has nothing to do with you. It's just because you're not going to fit in the dress. But some companies do have a thing. You could say, no, I work with size 38 and size 32 girls only. But so far, I've realized that they're very much inclusive. It's just with the dresses part, which makes sense, because I mean, last time I worked and the dress did not fit me. Likely it did not fit me and the girl that I was working for. So it was never a thing of I felt it alone. We were both in it, and but it opened my eyes, because it was just like, damn, imagine if I was the only one. And now it's a whole thing of, girl, you don't fit in dresses, so you can't work for us anymore. Because after that, we're still gonna get promos, but we're gonna have to think when we apply and avail ourselves. We have to ask what size are the dresses, so that we know if we're gonna fit in the dresses or not. So honestly, sometimes other promotion companies don't care about size. Some do. Please do not take offense, or just understand that it's purely because of the uniform. Will you be able to fit in the uniform? And then with bottle service, obviously, Kesana, we all know that they want our slender girls, or a bit cavalicious. It makes sense. I don't know much, but I think we all know that it makes sense for that. And then that was the last point. And these are some of the companies that I know in Bloemfontein, but I may have more on the description. I will put in the links and the cell phone numbers if I do have the cell phone numbers. If not, it will just be their Instagram handles, and you can contact them. And yeah, I will try and type down a small, should I say, letter, a note on how to approach the brand and what to say on the review, on the note, you know. But these are the companies that I know. It's Spotted Apple, it's Graffiti, it's Banging Media, Hollywood, and Luna Marketing. There is many more. There's Sky Marketing, but that's for bottle services. There is Charcoal Promotions. There's what? There's a lot, guys. There's a lot. I will list some of them, or all that I know. I will list all the ones that I know on the description, and then you guys can go check them out on Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, guys, good luck with that. And the one thing that I wanted to say is that now it's November, so even if you contact them now, chances are you're not gonna get the job because they already have people they took in for the year. But try and be like, contact them all the time, be on their necks. One day the doors are gonna open and you're gonna go in. But I do think that in January they're gonna take in some of the people. And also, if you are in Bloom, you might be lucky. Just do say on the message that you are from Bloemfontein, because most of the people that are working in promotions now are students that don't stay in Bloemfontein. So at the end of November they're going home. If there is activations in December, they're gonna need people in Bloemfontein. So if you stay in Bloemfontein, it might work for you. If you don't stay in Bloemfontein, I get angas bandla. But some of the promotion companies are available, or rather have activations over the country, like Graffiti has. I'm not sure about Banging Media. I'm not sure about Spotted Apple. I don't work for Spotted Apple. But I know Graffiti has, I think Hollywood has, Luna Marketing probably has. Oh, there's also Lee Stan. Yeah, there's also Lee Stan. So you see, those ones have activations all over the country. So even if you're home, you can still work. And yeah, but guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any more questions, you can put them on the description below. If you have a comment to say, please do. And please remember that everything I said in this video is purely based on my experience and what I know, and it may not be 100% like that, but that's what I know. So if you know more, don't say I'm lying in the description. Just be like, oh well, I heard this, I did this, whatever. I mean, we experience people and things differently. So yeah, but thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah, bye guys.